trouble in paradise? Oh my goodness. So I just want people to understand that if Charlie Kirk was still with us today, he would find a way to blame this war on DEI or black people. Okay, so that's why I created this shirt, because somehow per capita has to deal with this war in Iran. That being said, it seems that there's been a little bit of a fracture, yet another one, on the right. Because you have those who are in favor of the war, which really isn't a war because we don't have boots on the ground, even though we've had US soldiers who have perished. But it's not a war. Just be certain it's not a war, okay? People are in favor of this. And then you have those who are like, this is bullcrap. This isn't our war. What's going on? What's happening to Trump? I don't like Trump anymore. That's what's happening. And it is magnificent, okay? It's magnificent. I love it. I love it. I love the chaos. I love the turmoil. I love the destruction that it's caused on the right, because we're starting to see genuinely how many people are Brondo and how many people actually have an IQ above room temperature.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
And surprisingly, those on the right who actually have an IQ above room temperature are leaving the right. This goes to show that, you know what, when it comes to this whole Iran war, you know, Israel, yada, yada, Netanyahu, Trump, blah, 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 that it really doesn't matter, okay? I'm starting to slowly begin that none of this matters and we're all just in a simulation.
Not like this. Not like this.
Because I have never had someone just tell me that the sky is green and then expect me to believe that the sky is green, even though I have eyes and I can see it. And that's exactly what this administration is doing. You have Rubio. It could just be, once again, my faulty eyes, my faulty ears, and my lack of comprehension. But it sounds to me like the justification for the US attacking Iran was due to the fear of Iran attacking us from Israel attacking them.
The United States is conducting an operation to eliminate the threat of Iran's short-range ballistic missiles and the threat posed by their Navy, particularly to naval assets. That is what it is focused on doing right now, and it's doing quite successfully. I'll leave it to the Pentagon and the Department of War to discuss the tactics behind that and the progress that's being made. That is the clear objective of this mission. The second question that's been asked is, why now? Well, there's two reasons why now. The first is it was abundantly clear that if Iran came under attack by anyone, the United States or Israel or anyone, they were going to respond against the United States.
What?
I don't know about you, but that sounds like the tail wagging the dog, right? Because it sounds like Israel used us as a political tool. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what it sounds like. It sounds like Israel used us as a political tool to get their bad guy out the way.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Because you know how Netanyahu's been saying, hey, they've had nuclear weapons. And I'm sure they're like, hey, if we attack Iran, they're probably going to attack the US. So in response to prevent that from happening, as Rubio says, that the US then preemptively attacked Iran, knowing that Israel was going to attack the US.
What?
Now, of course, that's lunacy, right? That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, anyone who's saying that, because that would mean that Israel acts on its own volition. And it's not really, teaming up and sharing intel as the reason why we give them money is because they share intel with us and they buy weapons. That's what they tell us. That would mean that none of that is true, that all that's a sham and that Trump is a puppet. Oh. I do not promote anti-Semitic tropes like that, of Trump being a puppet of Netanyahu, even though they've called him, the first Jewish leader or the first Jewish president.
And these people do like Israel. Hold on. And he loves Israel too. It's true. 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president." It's true. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
Even though Trump has said that, the Jewish, AIPAC was a powerful lobbying group that, if you said anything bad about them, that you'd be done from politics. I still do not allow people to try and connect dots that don't really connect, okay? You're an anti-Semite, and we do not promote that here on the channel. I just want to be very clear with that. That being said, you have people such as Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes has been a very firm believer in Trump for quite some time. He's been iffy here and there, but he's always, had his back. He is now coming out and is like, yo, I'm done with you, bro. I'm done. Like, I'm now thinking about, in 2028, voting Democrat. He's like, we have no wall. There's no mass immigration. There's nothing to help the middle class. You've stripped, Medicaid to support the rich.
This has to be the breaking point. This is the breaking point for the GOP coalition. You buried the Epstein files. There is no border wall. You didn't deliver on mass deportations. You cut corporate tax rates for the rich by cutting Medicaid again. No infrastructure bill, no middle class tax cuts. You got to refund the tariffs. Damn. And now we're in a regime change war with Iran. That's the breaking point. I'm out. I'm done. If Rubio or Vance are on the ticket in any form in 28, I'm voting for a Democrat.
Damn! And I just want to be clear that is music to my ears. That is just, I love this song, don't you? I love it.
My own feeling is no one should have to die for a foreign country.
Damn.
I don't think those 4 service members died for the United States. I think they died for Iran or for Israel.
I love it, bro. When these goofies, when these Tweedledees and Tweedledums get what they sow, they are reaping what they are sowing, okay? Because one thing I have noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed this as well, but the white Ignant and the black Ignant are one and the same, I would say, to an extent, because I've realized that the white Ignant, as we see with Fuentes and many other, white people in the Republican Party, that they have no power. And even when they do have power, right? Even when they, choose to engage with, the political discourse or the system, that they're so dumb that they refuse to. That they're so dumb, you're having them just kowtow to Trump. Trump does a bump stock ban. Now they have the power to lobby to their, their Congress people, to lobby to their representatives and be like, hey, this is bullcrap. We're not going to do this, yada, yada, yada. But they don't do that, right? When Trump's talking about, we're going to ban the guns and then, take the guns first and then give them the due process. When Trump is, violating the Constitution night and day, when he's doing as far as, saying that, hey, ICE, go ahead. Just, harass everyone and anyone that you think may be illegal. When he's talking about, hey, Americans are too dumb. That's why we need immigrants. We need more immigrants to do the jobs. When he's talking about giving away gold cards to become citizens here. When it comes to H-1B visas, when it comes to him buddying up with Silicon Valley, with the deep state, with all these people that he said that he was against, right? Whether it's, the tech giants of the world that we see now with AI, open AI, when it comes to even the Epstein files, which is transitioning into a Democrat hoax. You have to understand that the white Ignant, Bubba, okay, in Arkansas, agreed with all of that.
Beta!
That the problem with the white Ignant is that they are low IQ. They're Neanderthal thinking mindset. Black person bad, white person good. That then allows a white elite like Trump to do whatever he wants. Because even when it came to the Epstein files, what did he say? Hey, those of you who are trying to push back on me, I don't need you. All right? You're not even on the team. You're no longer MAGA. That's what he said. And instead of people going off and getting upset and going, rah, 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 these people are like, you know what? He's right. We don't need those people. It's a Democrat hoax. Why didn't the Democrats, release the Epstein files?
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
And that goes to show me, the problem is not necessarily power with the white ignorant. The problem is low IQ, okay? The problem is that you go along with the nonsense. Now, if we piggyback off of that and go on the black ignorant, the problem with the black ignorant is not low IQ. The problem with the black ignorant is they don't care, right? It's complacency, laziness, God forbid. That's the problem, where it's now going off of feelings. Well, I feel this person's going to do good. I feel this person's going to do right. Well, they should be doing this. They should be doing this for the country. They should be looking into charter schools. They should be, figuring out the school pipeline. They should be figuring out, healthcare, yada, 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 yada. But when it comes to actually engaging in the political system, knowing your representatives, calling them, making a fuss to get your voices heard, that's nothing. That's nowhere to be found. So I've realized that it's like, it's like Neo and Agent Smith. That's what we're dealing with. But at the end of the day, who benefits from this? We don't, as the American people, we don't benefit from this. Only the top of the top benefit from this. And with the dumbing down of the country, it's only going to get worse, bro. It's only going to get worse. I would argue, in order for you to be an American citizen, you're going to have citizenship in Israel.
Come on now, dog.
I don't know. I've heard that, through the grapevine that may be the case. We're a true American citizen, all right? If you're a true patriot, all right, you should have dual citizenship. Those are our only true patriots, okay? If you have citizenship in our ally country and in America, now I can trust you. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe. Listen, all this anti-Semitism that I'm seeing is absolutely disgusting. We are not Israel's puppets. Trump is not Israel's puppets. We got into this war, which is not a war because there's not boots on the ground, because we wanted to, because we didn't want Iran to attack us off of what Israel did. Now, that's not what I said. You misinterpreted and you heard it that way. What I said was that we got into this war to preemptively, prevent Iran from attacking us, and our greatest ally is Israel. That's what I just said. Or if you happen to believe, bruh, what's the last game you playing while we on the Titanic, bruh? I think I may play some NBA Street Volume 2, just for old time's sake. And then maybe I'll play, God of War 2. I don't know. Maybe I'll learn the piano while the Titanic's going down. There's so many endless possibilities. Anyways, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me Thursday through Saturday. Disagreement day, number on screen, you call in, we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this, and subscribe, and that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
I'm done